Hey team, what's good? Happy Thursday. Guess what? I'm interviewing an absolute legend of a mom, and I'm wearing a Pikachu top. I'm winning today. I'm genuinely winning today. This is the best day ever because my pug is down here. I'm wearing a Pikachu top and I'm okay with it because I love a little bit of Pokemon, and I'm going to be interviewing an absolute legend which is known by Sandy Zanella. Sandy Zanella lives in Dubai. She is a yogi mom. She is a children's book author. Happy Yogi's book. I need to get her on literally immediately. Hey Paige, what's good? Alright, let's get this person on. Where is she? Oh, I've had no requests. Come on, hopefully you can come on. Let me see if I can get this. There she is. I'm going to invite you on. Welcome in. I'm going to invite you on. Welcome to the Young Life Warrior podcast team with your absolute legend of a lady, Sandy. There she is. How's it going?
Hola. Hi, Dale.
Hola, Rita. Hi. You good?
How are you? Oh my God.
I am abundantly amazing, and I think it's so cool that you were speaking to me when it's 8 o'clock over there. So how loud can I be? The kids asleep?
No, yeah, everything is fine. The kids are in bed, so everything is going great.
Everything's good. I won't be too loud. I just wanted to chat with you because I just thought you're an absolute legend. It's awesome. Now, we have met on voice mode via Clubhouse, and I love what you're about. You give so much amazing advice. You are an amazing mom. You're a book author for kids about teaching yoga. I mean, it's not only the physicality that yoga is important, but it's for the mind as well. So please, Sandy, tell us a little bit about yourself, please. Show off. Go.
Yeah, so I'm from Mexico, but I've been an expat for more than 10 years. I moved to the US like 11 years ago, and then I moved to Dubai a year ago, exactly. I'm a trained physician, but with all the moving and everything and the kids, I stopped practicing. And then I became a yoga teacher for kids and adults. That's where like my passion for yoga started. And then I always, since I was little, I wanted to write a book. And so I was like, yeah, I think this is the time. And of course, I wanted to do it for children. I also co-author a book for adults. It's more like a bio with other women. We're doctors and we tell our stories about moving abroad, and it's very inspiring. But I wanted to write something for children and for my children. And so I knew that a yoga book would help everybody, especially during the pandemic. I started writing it during the pandemic. So it's been great. I've been reading it here in Dubai in schools, and yes.
Sandy, I've got no option. I have to come over to Dubai to see you and get a. I have to. I have to.
Yeah, and
I'll tell
weird. Yeah, there's a lot. My daughter goes to a British school. My kids.
No way. That's cool.
Yeah.
Can I warn you though, Sandy? I'm the most inflexible human being you'll ever meet. So you're going to be cross with me. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be pushing me down and getting me. I'll be like, ah.
That's okay. It's fun. You're gonna have fun. That's for sure.
Cool. Thank the Lord for that. Yes, Sandy is in Dubai. Cool. So you wrote a book. You have gone a complete. I'm going to say you used to be a physician, a completely different route from physician to author to yogi. Can I call you yogi? Is that?
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
And you've wrote a book because you wanted to inspire, help children and help adults, and obviously parents understand and cope through the most weirdest time of our lives, COVID, lockdown, all that. So that's phenomenal. First of all, that is amazing. I have a quick question though. Did you write the book for your younger self at all?
Oh, wow. That's a very good question, Dale. I actually never thought about it. Wow. But yeah, I think, wow. It's good.
Wow.
So I think so. It's a way to see it. You know, all talking about um, healing our inner child, especially in parenthood. We get a lot of triggers, and that are related to the way we were raised and what we've been through our lives. So yeah, I think wow, I'm impressed. You know why? Because
Go on.
book has affirmations, positive affirmations for children. And one of the things that it was hard for me is that, well, shortly, my parenting, the way I was parented, it was a loving way, but you know, in Mexico, sometimes the culture and everything, it was very dry. Let's say, like I never heard I love you or you're beautiful and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
these are the affirmations I'm adding in the book. You are beautiful. You are unique. So you got me thinking, could be
Well,
this a way to tell? Wow.
could be, couldn't
Oh
it?
my
Because
God.
it's like maybe I don't know. You didn't receive that when you needed it when you were younger. So perhaps this is kind of written to your, I don't know, 5-year-old self, 7-year-old self. Who knows?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I
yeah.
wow. It's a clarity call for me. Yes, it's amazing.
That's
You're great.
and I think I kind of because I would love to know you more, but I know bits and bobs of you what we spoke about, and I think it's phenomenal what you do. And I think that sometimes when you want to help others, the best way we can help others that are younger than us or even older than us is by helping them articulate what we've been through because it's organic and it's authentic, isn't it? It's like I can't talk to a girl how to get through, oh gosh, I don't know, a disappointment from an exam result because I'm not a girl and I've never really failed an exam, so it just
Yeah.
wouldn't make sense, you know. But you and for me being, you know, I'm not a parent, I'm not a mother, I can't do that, but
Yeah.
you are. You've you've taken such an amazing twist in your life to help and inspire and encourage other people. So I think it's brilliant. It's really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a good way to see it. And yeah, I think especially now, you know, kids, you know, we've been in rooms on Clubhouse where we met and amazing rooms that we were all sharing. And parents, they are in need of these tools to help their children and help themselves because you know it. You work with children and you know parents and you work with them. Like it's all correlated. And as much as needs kids need these tools like parents that we're all like it's been too much for everyone.
Yeah, honestly, I completely agree. So it's 100% correct because we're all facing this new random pandemic all at the same time. We don't know what to do. All we need to do is
Yeah,
understand who we are and be kind to other people throughout this whole process. And I think what you teach, yoga and being a yogi, that's great because it gives clarity of mind and therefore it helps with emotional regulation, which is obviously going to help a child be kind to each other. So I was wondering, what is Sandy? What is your number one lesson, or how do you encourage kindness in your children?
well, I would say for parenting anything modeling behavior like even saying good morning to the people around us, you know, or just showing them, telling someone, oh, I love your hair, you know. I really want my daughter to see how I tell beautiful things to other women so she can see that woman we can help each other instead of competing between each other. And I think yeah, like that's the best way, like modeling. And of course we do kindness activities related, like the other day we did some kindness rocks, so
Oh,
we paint them and we write messages. And then we went to the park yesterday and we were just leaving them there in the park, you know, at the slide near a tree, so people can just walk and see like smile or like reading. And you smile because you see a rock and it says smile, you know, you smile. So, you know, like sprinkling kindness. But yeah, I think
that,
modeling is the best way.
yeah. Oh my gosh, 100%. I love that. Well, first of all, my mom's just come and said, "Hey, mom." Love you. Second of all, second of all, I always say that when my mum comes on. Second of all, you're not only modeling kindness when you leave those rocks. What you're doing is, and this is fantastic, you are encouraging your children to give without an expectation of receiving, because they're kind of giving that little rock of kindness without a need of external validation or equilibrium. Oh, here you go. This is for me. Now where's mine? Or here's mine. It's like saying, for me personally, saying I love you is a gift. It really is. So I make sure that myself, I say I love you to whoever I say I love you to, without expecting them to say, "Oh, I love you too," because it's empty. So that's really cool. So
Yeah.
you're encouraging giving without an expectation of receiving. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. As you said, like it is very important also for ourselves. Like you're right. Usually we do things, and even as simple as saying "I love you," and we are kind of like our brains are wired to want to hear that back. So you're completely right. Like it's just about giving, and that's the main purpose.
Yeah, it's about acceptance as well. It's about kind of self acceptance. But sometimes as human beings, and there's nothing wrong with this, is to go. Some people go around wanting that acceptance. That's great. But obviously, first of all, we have to accept ourselves too. So, oh, I love that. That's cool. Now, Sandy, are there going to be any more books?
Yes, I just need to kind of like focus. I need that inspiration. Slow down a little bit because I've been like working a lot in other projects. I'm gonna start a workshop here in Dubai about mindful parenting, and I'm gonna do it with a friend of mine. We're gonna be, related to mindfulness for moms. I'm gonna like help them connect with their inner self, and then my friend, she's gonna help with the positive discipline. So
That's
we're
really
very excited about that. Yeah, and it's gonna be soon. So we're working a lot, putting our hearts in that project. Um, but yeah, I have the idea, and my daughter, she wants to help. She already like gives me ideas. She's very into it. She loved this first book. Yeah, she's actually my number one fan. It's crazy because she really loves the book. I can see how proud she is, and it makes me so happy, because she's 6, and this was, well, my gift for them, right? My
mm,
son, he just turned 4. He's still young to kind of like understand, but she's like always like telling me, "Oh, I saw happy yogis in YouTube," when I share her like someone read it in YouTube or stuff like that. So she's very into writing a second book and telling me already like what she wants to add. And so I think it's going to be a fun project for her and me to do it.
oh, I love that, because I was thinking, actually, can she write a book? Can you help her write her own little book through the eyes of a 6-year-old? That'd be well cool.
Yes, she already like writes her comic books, like she's just in a paper, and trying to doodle. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be something fun for her, like actually see it, like the book. So I'm definitely, that's like something I have in the back of my mind.
That's that's amazing. I love that so much. And I just want to pick up on something just there that you mentioned about almost discipline. It's almost like discipline without damage. Now, I personally believe that every single child's behaviour is a communication. They're communicating with you in a way because they haven't regulated their brain yet. They don't know what to do. So I was wondering, from the perspective from a mom, obviously an expat, this is completely new realms to deal with. I think discipline is the wrong word, discipline without damage, but how do you guide a child to making the right decision without kind of I don't know what the word is, not misbehaving, but communicating in maybe a fearful way or a scared way or an angry way? How do you redirect that communication to get a more
Yeah,
positive? Yeah.
I think for me it is very important, and I understood that first of all we need to take care of ourselves as moms, because that's where it begins. Like if you're not rested, even if we didn't sleep, and I know it's hard as a mom, I know that even if people tell you with the newborn, sleep when the baby sleeps, yeah, I can't, because what am I gonna eat, or what, you have a lot of things to do. But through mindfulness I did understand that we do really need a practice, and that you don't like, you can just sprinkle it out. Like, you don't need to sit for 30 minutes and meditate. You can just, when you're having your coffee, you can just sit down and drink it mindfully. And how we do that, just being present without thinking, I need to cook or I need to pick up my kids. Just 1 minute, I focus on my coffee, look at the color, feel the warmth of the cup, smell it, and then try it, taste it. And there you go. You have 1 minute of mindfulness, and I assure you it's going to help you throughout the day. And so that way, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. So then the connection is very important for me, like letting my kids know that I will love them even when they are struggling with their emotions. Of course, there's boundaries, absolutely, but I will love them even when I don't like the poor decisions that they made. So for me, that's very important to let them know that I will be there. And of course, there's natural consequences to whatever they're going to be doing, but the connection with them is what I really, really want them to understand, that whatever happens, I'll be there for them.
I love that. I've just wrote a bit of most notes actually, Sandy. So when that happens, it's almost look after yourself and be really present with what you're doing. I completely agree. The other day I made homemade burgers. Oh my gosh, Sandy, they were phenomenal. I made the best burgers. They were insane. They're brilliant. But I was watching TV. I'm like, what am I doing? I wasn't present with something that took me a very long time to create and make. I was just watching TV. So be present. So number one is, I've wrote this down. Number one, be present. Have that self time. That's really important. In the top of your mind, make sure that you are still serving them from a connection point of view, and always ensure that you love them. That's a three, and you always will love them. No matter what they do, there's just always love. That's something that my mom said to me. She said, "Dale, you can do anything. If you could do anything, and I'll always love you." And that's the one thing that I think.
And I bet you felt supported by her, and you felt heard. So this is why my kids to know that even if they get in trouble for something, when they're gonna be teenagers, I want them to call me first instead of another friend who maybe they're gonna guide them in a different or wrong way. So this is why for me it's very important, like that connection. But first I need to be connected to my inner self in order for show them how to connect between my child and me.
Absolutely, and I didn't know what was happening at the time because I was only young, but I did feel supported. Looking back now, it was probably one of the best things that my mom's ever said to me, really, because it felt like I could come forward and share times when I did make a mistake, and there's been a lot.
Yeah. I actually have a friend, very close friend, and her daughter, she was like 20, 21 or something, like when this happened, and she was drinking a lot and tried some drugs and stuff. But I was so impressed that she went to her mom and asked for help. You know what? And I was like, regardless of what happened, she asked you to help her. She trusts you. Like this for me, I cried because I saw that bond. And this is what I really want. Like, just your mom made you understand that she's gonna be there when Dale is happy and making good choices, and when Dale is making like poor choices. Because that's life, right? We all make poor choices.
It is. I'm not sure what choice this is, if it's good or poor, but I've got a Pokemon jumper on. So I don't know.
Yeah, and my brother.
Oh, I love your brother now. I've never love him immediately.
He's my.
That's brilliant. That's so cool. And the last one is to support them. I wrote this one down as well. The last one is to support them through the natural consequences, because I think that's really important. It's almost to give them a choice. If you can't continue behaving this way or taking that action, that's what could happen. If you stop now, that wouldn't happen. Your choice. Go for it.
Absolutely. Yeah, just now when they're like, right when they're going to bed is the craziest hour, and they're hyper. So I think it's also the way how approach to them, and I could have just said, "Time for just go to bed. I'm not gonna read this story for you." Like, but I chose to approach in a different way, and I said, "You know what? Like, if we go to bed now and we lay down, and then we're gonna have more time to read two stories instead of maybe one or not any story." So it's just giving them the choice, and they understand. Okay, if I go now, then I get to read the story. If I don't, if I keep playing and running, and they were crazy, but they decided to do, because they really love like stories and stuff. So
Yeah. Well, they
yeah.
have to make those. Yeah.
Say that. Say that again.
I was going to say they have to make those decisions. They have to make those mistakes because, and it really helps for a parent not to have a negative attachment to that, because they're just creating new neuron connections inside their brains to figure stuff out, the world out there. Kids have to mess up. They have to fall off the
They
slide. They
do.
have to.
Yeah.
They have to be silly. It's exploring. They're exploring their world, and they have to make mistakes. They have to be naughty. They have to. It's just the
Yeah.
way it is. And if you're going to be there for them, the parent's job is to be there for them. In my opinion, the parent's job is to be there for them no matter what, and always have that serve them that connection, that love point perspective. That like the focal point is love and no judgment. So I love that. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think when they make those mistakes and everything, they learn how life it really is. Because if we put them in a bubble of everything is good, and then when they really go out, they're gonna, crash, because it's good that every time before we go to bed, we say three things we're grateful for, but we also say like something that was a good thing in our day, and something that was maybe bad, or something maybe we get mad, or emotions, and a failure in our day, like maybe it didn't go as we expected on the spelling test or whatever, but we're talking about it, and it happens. So I think, yeah, mistakes are a part of life.
Well, yeah, no, that's correct. I agreed, and that's brilliant. You said there about failure, because it's going to teach children to have a positive relationship with failure. Only the most successful people in the world have failed the most. Fact.
Yeah.
So, and let's not avoid failure. Let's go through it.
Yeah, and it
Mm.
keeps us move. Like, just if you're always afraid, then you're not gonna do whatever you want in life. So I think, yeah, it's very important to talk about it with the kids. Not every.
100%. Yeah, and I just want to take this moment of time just to ask my audience to 100%, guys and girls, you've got to follow Sandy. Follow her right now. Let's just click that button, because the stuff she's got on there is phenomenal. You've got such a wonderful, bright, colourful Instagram page. It's really attractive. It's really eye catching. It's just vibes. It's happy vibes. I love it. So if you want some happy vibes in your life, follow this legend. Do it now.
Yeah, I think.
So I've got, and I'm aware it's 8 p.m. where you are, so I'm going to be respectful of your time. I've got one more question, but before we hit that, can you do me a favor and tell me, where can people find you, and if you've got anything to offer, like a book or any online course or something like that, what can people get from you? So where can they find you, and what do you offer?
I'm on Instagram as my Mindful Mom Life, and I also have my Instagram for my book, happy.yogis.book. And yeah, right now I'm working on the workshop. It's going to be live here in Dubai in person, but I'm also going to release it online, virtual. So I'm going to be just sharing that in my page, but it's about mindful parenting and how to start practicing mindfulness. I'm going to be doing a free introduction to mindful parenting in 2 weeks. So just if someone is interested in learning about how to incorporate mindfulness in a very easy, relaxed way. No, I'm not going to ask them to sit and meditate every day, wake up at 5 a.m. No, so it's just, yeah, relax.
Yeah, I love that. How often do we get the chance to connect with our brain? Beautiful. So, last question. Last question is, Sandy, if you could install one phrase or one sentence into every single human being's head on the entire planet, what would that phrase be and why? I put you on the spot.
Yes, I think it would be, you can do anything you put your mind to.
That was easy. Why is that powerful for you?
Yes, for me, it's something as we said in the beginning, something that I needed to hear, and that I make sure my kids hear it, because I want them to do anything, and the sky's the limit. I want them to know that they can do anything, because it's true. If you believe in yourself, you can do anything. So that's what I, yeah.
That's, well, I agree. I didn't think I could achieve half the things that I've achieved, but I would nowhere near achieve them if I did not put my mind to it. So
Yeah.
it helps phenomenally. You just got to kind of believe in yourself, right? So you can do anything you can put your mind to. Love it. Love it.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, look at you. You've been all over the world. Position. You're a yoga teacher now. You've got your book. You've been to Mexico, America. Now you're in Dubai. It's just like there's no stopping this lady. Unstoppable.
Yeah. But yeah, I really, I am enjoying this part of my life. Like, I really am trying, and I'm trying to help, parents, just like you. We
Yeah,
do share as much as we can with parents to help their children and with children.
100%. This has been beautiful. Thank you. And the time's literally just flown by. I feel like it's 5 past. It's not. It's actually 30 minutes. So you are a legend. Thank you so much for your time. I'm definitely going to come over to Dubai and I'm going to do a skydive. You can,
You know,
yeah.
yeah, I'll take you around. You're gonna love it. Have you been here?
Never. That's why I want to go.
Yes. No, you're gonna love it. It's fun. It's fun.
Yes. So you places and do a skydive. Push me out of the plane.
Yeah, I will watch you. I will record you, like how you land and everything. Yes.
Down, crying like a baby.
I'll send it.
Don't put it on Instagram. Me crying. Oh my gosh, I've got a reputation to uphold over here. He says in a Pikachu.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Cool. All right, you are. And Candice, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you. You've just given some absolute golden nuggets to help parents, to help children, and you heard it here first. Well, maybe not first, but you heard it here today. Check out this lady and her book. She's writing a new book. She's also got a live in-person workshop, which she's going to release that online in June sometime. So make sure you follow this incredible human being, and I can't wait to hang out with you in Dubai in the future. Boom, it's happening.
No, yes, of course. It's happening, is the credit, and yes, it's happening. I can't wait to see you flying from the airplane. That's happening too.
Well, I'm nervous, but I'm excited at the same time. It's all good. It's going to be amazing. Challenge yourself, push yourself. That can be one of my things at night. What went really good? Skydive.
Oh wow.
I didn't cry.
Wow.
But my good legend, I'll let you crack on with your evening. Have a powerful evening and have an awesome day tomorrow and an even more powerful weekend. Peace out.
Thank you.
See you later.
Bye. Thank you, Dale. It was amazing. Ciao, ciao.
You're amazing. Ciao. See you later.